I stay in Detroit. I feel like here where I stay, a lot of time I grew up in a household where I have my mom and my dad. I grew up with both my parents in my life, but I've dealt like when for me dating people, um, they not everybody have what I have, and I understand that. But like I can proudly say that I had both my parents, and I do feel like you do need both parents in the household because things that my father taught me, my mother didn't teach me. Things that my mother taught me, my father didn't teach me, and like dealing with dating people, they grow up with like in single households, and it's like they got like a hole in their heart or something because like the mistreatment, like I have a son, and I know like I'm like his dad is kind of like wonky. He's kind of all over the place, but um, I want to raise my son to respect women. I know like a lot of men, they don't know how to be like gentlemen. Like even when they get into like relationships, I feel like you're supposed to like compromise or like help each other out. I feel like people jump into relationships and they just expect it be so one sided. Like one person's supposed to like do it, like do everything, or like, for example, when men say they want peace, they be like, "Oh, I want peace." I feel like I'm trying to figure out how I'm trying to say this. So like basically, I'm trying to figure out how to put this into words.
So like here we go, little Day. You
Yeah,
said you're a single mom.
yeah,
You grew up with two parents in a household, sister.
yeah.
I was born in I ain't from Detroit. I was born in Detroit. Now, how how did this? You said your father was there. He taught you things.
Yeah.
You know. Now, how, sister? How did this happen? How did you end up being a single mom?
The guy, me, I think it was because I was being a little more rebellious towards my parents. Like,
Mm.
even though I did grow up with both my parents, I think it was just
Mhm.
like a little bit with my upbringing. Although my parents, they truly believed that they just did the best, which they did. I do believe they did the best, but like there still was some negative aspects. Like they used to be smokers. My mom recently, she stopped smoking for about 2 years now, right? She quit smoking marijuana. I started smoking when I was like 18, 17 around the time. I didn't have my child. I got pregnant around 19. I didn't have my baby until I was 20. I think I was just being a little more rebellious and just not listening to my parents. I felt like, I wasn't listening to
So,
what they.
so you said, so you believe that from what you said, your mother smoking marijuana had something to do with you
No, so I
rebelling?
used to no, so like when I was younger growing up, they used to like smoke and whatnot. So I didn't spend a lot of time with them. Like I had both my parents in the house, but I didn't
Okay.
spend much time with them. They was always doing their own thing, and like just tell us go off, go do something, go do something. Um, I didn't spend that much time with them. I don't think we did a
Okay.
lot of things as a family growing up. So
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
company you kept when you wasn't with your parents, the friends that you hung around with had you in that situation.
Um, Yeah, I guess you can. I feel like more of it is a situation I put myself in, because like they still told like even
So
though
so here's my question. Here's my
yeah,
question. What is your message to younger girls so we can try to find a solution, right? So you got,
Mhm.
girls 15, 14, they
yeah.
might not even be active yet. What's your message to these women, these young girls who are thinking about rebelling against their parents' information?
I feel like just don't do it. I feel like you should talk to somebody, even like when you're dating somebody. Like if you're having situations in your relationships, talk to somebody. Right? If it's not your parents, you could talk to like your friends or something. Like talk to someone, tell them like the situation was going on, how you feel, how they feel. I feel like people, they do get manipulated. I do feel like some when you're younger, you get manipulated easily because you
Mhm.
just you know we
Uh,
don't think. When I was younger, I feel like I was not thinking a lot. It was just kind
mhm.
of like
Emotions, all it like pretty much all emotions.
yes, and I
And
feel
and
like
I,
if
I
I was
respect the fact, sister, that you said you was rebellious. The fact that you saying you was rebellious, that is some degree of accountability. Now that that rebellion, sister, like Gavin said, we need to figure out what we telling your age group and younger about that rebellious spirit. It is not your fault. You know what I'm saying? That you didn't have the relationship that you desired with your parents. You know, however, young sister, just like us, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, I
Yeah.
know a lot of folks that grew up in worse circumstances. We know what we want out of life, little day. And it is our responsibility to make the best decisions. You know, yeah, just moving forward. Yeah, and you're gonna obviously you're a young mother, you deep in it. You're
Yeah.
gonna see that blaming, you know, not saying that you're blaming, but putting the majority or most of the blame on your parents ain't gonna help your situation. It's being
Yeah.
100% accountable, reflecting on self, and moving forward in a better manner. But I admire you saying that you were rebellious, because that's me and Gavin. We say these younger women, they typically end up in this situation. Either they're unprotected, they're in single parent households, typically statistically single moms, or they rebel. So, but yeah,
I have a
this is
question.
something. Go ahead, Tony.
Um, Lil Day, let's say you had no kid. You got a boy or girl.
I have a boy.
Okay. So let's just say you didn't have a boy. You doing your thing. What would be your reason out of all these fine young men out there to date a 43-year-old man?
What would be my reason?
Hey,
Whatever.
remember what we
You
talked
dated
about?
her for 2 years first, right? You dated her for 2 years, courted, vetted, but you was dating before
No
you married.
sex. No, till I got married.
Right. We all believe that. What would be your
Now
reason?
was bad faith. That was bad faith because now she
Okay.
know who you thought. It's just all bad now. Listen,
Yeah.
No, I just want I
Well,
want
see,
I
my
want a
parents-
Kobe
my
Bantu to
my
hear a
parents-
young woman
Oh,
give
my
her
God.
reasoning on dating and
listen. You went. Hold on. So right now, you telling me you want to tell
Brainwashed
these?
by women like you, bruh. So,
So my
I don't
parents-
care what
my
you say.
parents are like
My
in their
man
late
is sitting right
30s.
here. I don't care what you say,
Oh, boy,
Kobe.
here we go.
Okay, go
All right,
ahead.
let me say this. Y'all wouldn't think this young woman, her best bet wouldn't be to find a man maybe 38, 40 years old who or older.
to marry,
She's not
not
gonna
date.
find a guy her
Date.
age that's ready to settle down with a kid and all that. She gonna have to date
She gonna
older.
cheat on him. She ain't finna settle down with no old man
Or
versus
she
a
don't have to
young
date anybody. She
stallion.
don't have to date at all. She don't
I
have to
feel
do
like
anything.
the
But
age do matters. My parents are like in their late 30s. My dad's probably like 38, 39, and my mom's like 38, 37. So
Oh, they had you young too.
Hey, look.
for me to date someone who's like 40, it feels weird because it's like you're older than my pops. You know, you're older than my dad. I don't know.
Little dad.
and that's why we tell women not to end up in this unfortunate position to where these are some of the choices. You see them. You're not supposed to have a child so young, but here we are. You know, and
I would say this about little Day though. I say that you said you're 22, right?
Yeah.
You got a 3-year-old.
He's turning 2 in May.
Okay, so I would say this. I believe in second chances. Okay, but
Mhm.
this is like a felony right here. It's gonna be hard. So you got
Oh,
about
I
3.
already know. I kind of like accepted the fact that like I feel like if a good man comes along, you know,
Yeah, but you come in with serious damage. Okay,
yeah. That's why.
but
That's
that,
why.
but that what I'm trying to say is that you deserve a second chance. But if you do this again, okay, you got this done early. You don't want to be a 32-year-old single mother with a 3-year-old. You don't want to be out in the streets trying to date 3-year-old. You 32.
No, I feel like
That's true.
if I hit 30
Girl, your
and I'm
options is still gonna be
I'm
broad.
still
Trust
single
and
at that
believe.
point.
Whoa, Tierney, don't give this sister bad advice.
32,
Don't do
35,
that.
you
I
still
didn't. Is this
Don't-
camera on me?
Y'all better
That's
speak up.
stupid. Use your common sense.
Ladies, please
That's
speak up.
stupid.
Tierney
Yeah.
telling this woman to
go.
don't worry about it. She's gonna have the same.
I was planning on saying something afterwards. Well, this is the thing. I've always been the
She
type
look
of
good.
person.
She look good.
I feel like the best thing that you can do for yourself is be a responsible person. Value yourself enough to not give anyone a child that you're not married to. That's number one from here on out. And so that piece I agree with. It's not about the advice that he gave her of saying you get a second chance, but this is the problem, guys. Although those things are true, and she seriously needs to understand, no man deserves your womb. You don't deserve his child. He don't deserve your child if you all have not made real commitment towards one another. That's the big thing. But the second piece of this is sending women out into the world feeling tainted, feeling less than. I talk about self-esteem a lot, and it's very important for her being such a young sister. And I've been a mother for a very long time myself, going out into the world with software that you're damaged, with software that there's something wrong with me, that I won't be able to get this or have that in my life because of one mistake that I made, and I never had any more children, is going to lead her in a situation of having low self-esteem and possibly believing the next guy when he tells her, but I see your value, but you the best at this, you the best at that. So that's my piece. I feel like go in.
I agree with you saying, but what we're teaching the younger dudes we're telling them to don't be with single mothers. But when you like I said, I believe in second chances. And what she's got to do before she's 30, she's got to find somebody to be a covering. She has to, or we're going to shred her to pieces.
Okay, so what I'm saying to that is,
no, she doesn't.
Mother again.
No, she doesn't. She needs to find somebody who loves and respects her, regardless.
A covering. That's why he said a covering. Yeah, you're saying the same thing. A covering.
Right.
Love and protect.
See, that's what I'm saying. The women over 30 don't be listening.
He has to be desperate to do so.
My thing is, if you go into something, it's not about listening. I feel like the women, anyway, it doesn't even matter. What I'm saying is that, yes, if you can get, it all depends on the person, because if she has not healed the things that she needs to work on, self-accountability, whatever you want to call it, and I'm not dogging you, little day, you could be whatever, right? But the point is, when you send a woman out here and throw her out there and say, you better hurry up and get married before 35, you need to get married once you're in the position of keeping a marriage, and once you know what a marriage is really about.
Crystal, the difference in between her and you guys, she's in her prime.
What are you talking about?
What? Still get a quality man within the
that's what are you talking? You can't go 1 second without putting a black woman down, so much so that you don't even realize that I'm not saying she's not in her prime.
Now, bruh, she's in her prime. You guys are 35 and up. You've
already. What I'm saying is, I'm not 35, and what I'm saying is that I'm not saying that she's not in her prime. But what I'm saying is that when you send a young, that's why the marriage rate and the divorce rate is so high, because we're seeing these young mothers out here, and we're saying, yes, don't have another child until you get married. But the other piece to that is, if you send her out here and tell her, hurry up and get married, get the first man you can. We need to teach her what a real man is. We need to teach her how to love, how to properly take care of her family, make sure that she's healed so that she's not getting angry and doing anything crazy or not respecting her husband, or vice versa, whatever. So my only issue is that just telling people to hurry up and get married for your sexual marketplace value go down, and we're also not telling them as well to heal whatever is going up on in here. That is not safe.
She's got a child. She's 22. In 3 years, she's gonna blink her eyes. She's gonna be 25, and it's gonna be over for her.
It won't, baby girl.
We're teaching young men to do not deal with women who have children out of wedlock.
Baby girl, don't listen to Okobi. Okobi don't have it correct, okay?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We want to tell the younger generations to move in a way that's going to best give them the desired outcome. Not how we feel, not what we did, not what we think as individuals. We need to look down as if these are our children, our nieces and nephews, and like, I want the absolute best for you. What am I about to tell you? All right, you're 22. You got the world in front of you. You got a kid. Now I got to give you advice on how to move through this world. He didn't say hurry up and get married. He's saying, like Kim said, now you got this. This is against you, and it's Mark. She's saying it. The young sister acknowledged that this is against her. She got a kid, and now she's still looking for another relationship. We got to acknowledge that. We can't act like
young,
that's not
Mr. Walker. And I sit up here. I got nephews your age. My nephew about to be 22 this year. Think about this, Mr. Walker. Both my nephews that was working with us throughout, they about to be 22 years old. So y'all gotta understand. I know what demographic of men y'all talking about, and I'm telling y'all women.
Okay.
But we'll let Lil Day. I'm gonna let her respond. Let's let her respond real quick. What you taking in, sister?
I'm just kind of listening, but I have like an idea, like you good?
I would say need to get with a dude with us in his 30s, man. I mean, seriously, think about settling down at some point with somebody that's at least 10 years older than you. That's
I don't
not.
disagree.
A man in his 30s is good, but a woman in her 30s is not. Yo no comprende. Tú es
Because
mucho loco. That doesn't make any sense to me.
we're not.
Actually, young men love them some older women. What are you talking
Are they
about?
trying to marry you though?
Yes. Yes.
Why aren't
They
you married
are.
to one?
Who told you I wasn't? Who told you I wasn't? First off, secondly, baby girl, don't rush into no
men-
relationship, especially with no old nigga, because they gonna sound like a Kobe.
Look at the NBA.
Take
Look at
your
Jared.
time. Kobe, can you please let me talk? You've been talking this whole time. Fine, take your time, because you're the prize. Okay? I don't care if you got a baby at 22. These boys got babies at 14. Don't let them think that, oh, you just this rare girl. Let me finish.
Because that's why you can't understand.
Have you ever been married? No, you haven't. I have. So listen to your elder. Okay.
I haven't been married.
Debbie, like I said, go and find you someone that suits you. Don't rush into no marriage with nobody before you're 30, because that don't mean he gonna treat you right. Damn, you're showing your femininity right now. You have to let me talk. Okay, I'm giving a woman advice. When women are teaching each other, you men need to shut up.
All right, go ahead, Tierney. Dr. Phillip, go ahead. Just lay your
a lot of these women rush into relationships and end up with the wrong man. That's all that Crystal was
saying. I believe in that full heartedly.
But she's a single mother.
I'm not trying to rush.
Mother at 22 in her prime.
If love wants me, it's gonna come find me. I will let it come find me. But I tell that to my friends too, like, cause I be having my friends, they come to me and they be like, oh, you know, I'm talking to this person, it don't work out. And I be telling them, like, you keep looking for love, it's gonna find you in the wrong places. Let love look for you, okay? And a lot of times I be telling them that because they be having to heal, because they be having like little situations with themselves mentally, sometimes physically, that they need to work on. And I be telling them that too, like, you just need to work on this before you try to jump into that. That's why you.
Where's your baby daddy at?
My baby daddy. That's the thing. I have no idea. He's.
How old is he?
He is 23.
You don't know where
So the reason we're not together is because he ended up having another baby with another woman. And I knew him longer than they knew each other, but I kind of left him after that because he had wanted to come back, but then he was like playing tic for toe. Like he kept trying to come back to me, go back to her. And then like after a while, when I found out, I just kind of left him be, because I was like, he had a baby with her. After he then like moved in with her for like a minute, he needed a place to stay. So he moved in with her, had a baby with her. And then like, I told him, like, why would you have a baby with someone you barely knew? Like I knew him for a minute. I'm like, I know you, but I feel like that shouldn't even matter. But then I kind of let it be. Now he I think he stays with like some other people. I'm not sure. He like
and Lede, can I just real quick? Yeah. I think one thing that we really have to put on the forefront as women when we're dating is the need to look at a man's mind and how stable he is and make sure you match that stability. Making sure that you're stable. Like I think that was Rose that was saying, really get yourself together and present yourself in the best version, like Mr. Walker says, in a way that you want to be received. Now you're still young and you're going to do playful things. I see you have like the playful green in your hair and things like that. But I don't really disagree with Kobe. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I do think that it's nothing wrong with getting with a man a bit older than you. The only thing is that you have to make sure that you're mentally really ready for that, because due to the age gap, there might be some things at a certain point where sexually you might or might not be pleased after so many years, and you still have to be a wife. So you don't want to be in a position of thinking that just because this guy's 20 and he's sexy with big muscles, it's worth it, leaving your husband who's been good to you. So finding a man in his 30s, to me, this is going to sound bad. I don't care. I think still a little young, because men in their 30s are still at a point sometimes of not being marriage minded. So
we started off saying that, Chris. We were saying 40s. We said 40s.
Well, I mean, but see, 40s, if she's not ready for that, it's kind of pointless. Because if the guy's too old and she's still so young, and I say this every week, when a woman is under 25, it's still a lot of sexual things that she might
Yeah,
do.
that's Crystal. That's called being unfortunate. You can't get it all. If you gonna get this man that's gonna protect and provide and be a stepdad and all that, you can't be like,
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't stroking me down all night. That you don't get that no more. So you got to sacrifice.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that you just have to be mentally ready for that, and you have to understand that you just got to deal with that and find somebody you're compatible with. So that's what I would say. But you seem very mature. You have a beautiful voice, a beautiful spirit. I want you to
I'm sick right now. That's why I sound like I'm so sick. I'm sick right now.
I just have a problem with people telling young ladies that they're never going to get anything that they want if they wait to get married. Everybody said, hold on.
It makes it harder.
Hold on. Nobody cares whether it makes it harder or not. She is young. There's no way she's more than likely she's not attracted to a man that's 40 years old. Let's stop telling her that. More than likely more than likely she's not attracted to a man that's 35. She's 23 years old. She wants someone her age.
It
doesn't matter what we say.
It does matter. We said you can't get what you want. You can wish upon a star all you want.
It doesn't matter what we say. If she's not attracted, she's not going to do it. She's going to.
And that's fine. That's understood.
She's going to go for somebody that's around her age, which is what most people do. Only thing she could do is hope that he's
she did last time. She's gonna duplicate motherhood, and it's over for her.
There's plenty of people that are 24, 25 that get married and have long-lasting relationships.
Heathen Queen, I gotta disagree with you. I think in this day and age, and where the culture is, and how widespread, what I feel a lot of this red pill stuff is putting in people's head, and the ratchet Sukiana culture is putting in the younger women. I feel like that there is such a lack of morals, and I'm not saying in all young people, right, but in a lot of the culture that needs to be fixed, that telling a 22-year-old to still date another 22-year-old, especially with her having a child, and it's not because it makes you less than, Lil Day, it's because life is real serious right now.
I'm not telling her to date someone that's 22, 23. I'm saying she's not attracted to a 40-year-old man. So she's not going to do that.
Not right now.
She's attracted to somebody closer to her age. So she's going to do that. Don't tell her something that's impossible. Telling her to date somebody that's older is impossible. She's not attracted to them.
No, it's not. That's right. Listen,
tell her to be discerning with the gentleman that
you telling her to end up 2 for 2, 3 for 3, and so forth and so on.
No, I'm not. I'm telling her to be discerning. Don't have sex without birth control. Don't give up so easily.
Don't have sex at all. What you mean?
But it doesn't matter. Because I'm not. She's going to do what she wants to do. Stop telling her what to do when she's not going to do that.
Not be responsible like that. No sex. Okay, let that woman
hear. Being practical.
You need to go. Don't
she has to be responsible.
You need to be out of the 3 years. 3 to 5 years out of the game.
A sister in the chat said it better, sister. Your father is still around, young sister Lil Day. Like that is the best option you got as a covering.
Yes, my dad, he be telling me all this. Like I was,
but he couldn't stop her to get the
money. One second, Kobe. We ain't gonna put you. It's a young sister. Now go ahead, Lil Day.
My parents tell me, like, first off, my dad tells me all the time. He be like, you had a baby by that man.
Yeah.
All right.
So here she comes back. Here you go.
So,
you good.
My father says, no, baby, you can't have that baby. So my father tells me all the time, like, you had a baby by that man. He tells me, like, the next time you get with a man, he better have some money. He better have his shit together. He better have a job. He better have a car. He better have a house. So, like, I've just kind of been, like, waiting until, like, I get myself together because my parents tell me. My mother tells me, make sure you have your stuff together so you're not relying on a man. So that's basically, would you stop yelling at me?
Which is basically what I'm telling her. She needs to do what she needs to do for herself, get herself together. She may or may not be attracted to a man that's in his 30s and his 40s. So don't tell her that's what she needs to do. You tell her she needs to be discerning. She needs to pull herself together. She needs to be doing what she needs to be doing for herself. Be on birth control. Don't give any Pookie a baby. Do what you have to do to build yourself up. And then you'll find the right partner that thinks the same way that you think. If
Well,
you're
man.
not attracted to somebody that's 40, don't go looking for somebody that's 40 because people keep telling you that. It's just going to be a disaster in the making.
Heathen Queen, I'm a guess.
Come on.
All right, so
Yeah.
there we go. All right, Tyranny be back up here shortly. Let me read some of these super chats because while we got a chance.